brain work as far as our emotional memory goes? Well, one of the things that I love that Tony Robbins emphasizes a lot in his teachings about well-being is how the brain will delete, distort, and generalize. And that's tricky because when it comes to relationships, often we'll delete, distort, and generalize the things that are in our favor. And that can cause a lot of problems. That's why we get into he said, she said, and all of those things. And I had a very poignant experience with this myself, not in relation to relationships, but in relationship to my memory. I had seen a movie years ago with Drew Barrymore in it. It's called Riding in Cars with Boys. And there was a scene where I remembered in my memory, Drew Barrymore was telling her friend how she loved her child so much that it was almost painful and she had to shut off her feelings because of how deep those feelings went. Well, here's the thing. I tried to find this quote over and over again and couldn't find it. When I finally found it, I watched it, and in my memory, I vividly saw Drew Barrymore saying this quote. And yet, when I watched the video, it was her friend who said it to her. She wasn't the one saying it at all. And it was quite different than the way I remembered it. But the brain works in ways to help us retain something that it can connect to. I didn't know the other actress's name. My brain knew that's important. That's important for Phoenix to remember. And so it attached it to something I could remember, which was Drew Barrymore. But therefore, my brain completely changed the memory. How often are we doing that? How often are we trying to cling to something we remember that might not even be accurate? Now, I'm not sharing this so you feel like a crazy person. I'm sharing this so you focus on what is more valuable. It's more valuable to focus on the positive. It's more valuable to focus on the lesson. More valuable to focus on what is the good things you took away. Because often when we're taking away bad things, it's because we're actually deleting and distorting and generalizing the memory. Start to consider that in your communications, in your relationships. Question, if you have a memory that's not serving you, question it. It doesn't matter because either way, it's in the past. It doesn't even exist anymore anyway. It's time to be present. It's time to take the value of the past and live in the present.